I'm like the definition of like gawky, awkward white kid. Like, you just see me and it's like, that one. And my problem is, I don't know why I came to Grand Rapids for school, because there's so much snow. If I fall in the snow, it's over. Nobody finds me. If you fall in the snow, people are like, that's a person. If I fall in the snow, people are like, oh, we got more snow, damn it. Like, that's just what happens. Like, I don't come around till spring, it's a pain. So I know, I realize that I'm ridiculously thin. I look like one of those people that, or one of those like blow up things that advertise for car dealerships. Like, hey guys, like that's. Like, some of you weren't thinking it. Now you're like, oh my god, he's right. But so I started working out, and I know what you're thinking. That's the finished product? No. It tragically is. I'm disappointed too. And the problem is that I go to the gym with people that are bigger than me, and they're getting ready to bench like 300 pounds. They're like, Ryan, will you spot me? And I'm like, spot what? Like, I mean, if you go down, if you don't think you can bench 300 and I come to save you, it's it. You're dead, and then I just look embarrassed. Then I'm at fault. Like, I can't do that.
I'll just take a tall
I can't work out with them just because of legal reasons. It's terrible.
Do you have a towel already?
It's also weird walking to the gym for me because everybody knows I'm lost. Yeah. I'm like, oh god. Somebody get him. Show him the exit. And it's always awkward when like I have friends who go up and they'll pick up like 35s, and that's big for me. And I'll pick up like 10s, and then the girls will pick up like 20s. I'm like, okay.
Do you have anything special?
The worst thing is though, if awkwardness for me just was at the gym, that'd be fine. I could live with that. But it's not. Because I am terminally single, and I figured out why. It's because when I meet people's parents, I am shit at it. And I find ways to fuck it up. For instance, I go over to my friend Laura's house, and everybody else goes in first, because they know that I'm going to mess up, and they want to see it. So they all go in first. They do. So they go in first, and then they're all taking off their shoes, putting it by the door. That's all nice and cute and all. I didn't know that, though. And it's going to be important later. You'll understand why. So they're all getting in, they're meeting parents, but they're all kind of looking over like, when's dumbass coming? And so there enough, I walk in the door, and I take my left foot, put it forward, nail it. Everything is good, life is great. It's a deceptive step, because shit's about to hit the fan. I then move my right foot and find all of their shoes, just instantaneously. And then trip and go head first towards a coffee table. Yeah, I know, Champagne. Now here's the thing. I'm smart enough to know that if you're going to greet parents, going headfirst into a coffee table is wrong. It's deemed inappropriate in most societies. So I start throwing my weight backwards, which was a mistake, because there's a rug underneath me that isn't apparently on the ground enough, and then it just shoots forward. So I look like something out of the 70s, like, stay alive! Like, it's bad. So I shoot forward and I start throwing myself back, and I try to catch myself on my right foot. And my right foot's already betrayed me once. It nails it. My right ankle, on the other hand, though, is like a little bitch. It just quits on me. It was god-awful. So my ankle buckles, I start throwing my hand back because walls are generally solid, right? Like, that's something that you could assume. However, people put shit on walls that is not solid.
Oh no.
And I am dedicated to find that shit. So I throw my hand back and hit a framed Bible verse, and it shatters. As if God himself was going, not today, bitch. Like,
but I'm gonna go after my dream girl now, guys. I'm gonna go after Kate Upton. She's my dream girl. Don't fucking laugh, okay? Everyone laughs every time I say that. I'm gonna go after my dream girl, and it's Kate Upton. Me and Kate Upton have a lot in common. Okay? We were both born in Michigan. Both born June 10th, 1991. We both have a little bit of a crush on Justin Verlander. Cy Young and MVP, I'll come to that all day. Are you kidding me? I miss you, good Justin, I miss you. But there are a few things there's a few differences between her and I that might get in the way. She's a beautiful supermodel who makes millions of dollars, and I high-fived the Meijer cashier because my card went through today. So we're just at different places in our lives right now. Her face has graced the cover of Sports Illustrated magazine, and I've glazed the face that's graced the cover of Sports Illustrated magazine. Twice today. My buddy wants to read my Sports Illustrated. He's like, why is there a hole cut out where her mouth used to be? And I'm making a scrapbook. She's got very symmetrical features. Tiny hole. I used to date a girl that liked country music, which explains why we're exes now. It's just the worst fucking music on the planet. More like Darius Rucker and like Zach Brown Band. Luke Bryan, go fuck yourself. You melted face motherfucker. He's so cute. He looks like he is an alcohol syndrome baby. Like, that's country cute right there. Beer makes corn, corn makes whiskey. I know how it works, you stupid piece of shit. If you're a girl and that gets you wet, you need to just seriously. He's telling me how to ferment liquor. It's great. Fuck Luke Bryan. He's rich and I'm not. But she took me to Birthday Bash last year. And for those of you who don't know, Birthday Bash is a huge country music festival. And judging by the people that go to Birthday Bash, I'm pretty sure Birthday Bash is celebrating the birthday of racism and meth. We're in Michigan. We're like the north of like the Midwest. We are in the north. There's a million Confederate flags at Birthday Bash. Like, you were on the side that won. Why are you going to switch sides now? Like 200 years later, you're like, ah, fuck it. I'm gonna, it's heritage, not hate. No, you're Polish. It's hate. You're a racist piece of shit. Okay? Jesus. No one needs to see that flag. That would be like if you played for the Harlem Globetrotters and you're like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of winning all the time. I'm gonna go play for the Washington Generals. There's way less black people on that team. Political humor, not good at Sunday Night Funnies. Okay. It's okay.
That's good.
That was good. Thank you, sir. It was a 7. Out of 100. You guys know how you can get, like, if you see on the news sometimes people will have, like, they'll go to like a store, like a Menards, like a hardware store, and they'll buy like a bunch of fertilizer, and they'll buy like a bunch of lighter fluid and stuff to like make a bomb, right? Propane tanks and stuff. And then they'll call, like the store will get all concerned, and they'll be like, well, we gotta call the FBI, and then the guy will get in trouble. They'll question him. I want to do like the exact opposite thing. I want to do the exact opposite. I want to bring all of that stuff back to a store and just pretend like I was about to commit domestic terrorism and just really just ruin the entire staff's day. just like sweat and just be like, oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I've got like a list of federal buildings like in my hand. I'm just like, I couldn't do it. I just like hand it back, like, tell your family you love them, give them a hug. I'm so sorry. And I just walk away. I like to fuck with people. That's one of my favorite things to do. I like to make things awkward. I'll end it on this one, Brian. I like to make things awkward. So I liked when I was in school. I would go to like the library and I would sit next to someone that was on Facebook, and then I would add them on Facebook, and then just send them a message that said "sup." And then I'm not even kidding you. One time I did that, and this dude he's typing. He sees the message, looks at me, looks back at me, and then types, "Not much. What's up with you?" I love that guy. My name is Derek Kepler. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for supporting live comedy, guys. Keep it going for Brian B.
About 2 months ago, I went to my ex-girlfriend's birthday party, because I make smart decisions. And thank you for participating. That's how this works. That was a joke. So I went over there, and they were gathered around a table, and they're playing a drinking game. And I stood by her, and she was drunk, and she was flirting with me. She was like leaning on me, doing like the laugh and the hand on the shoulder. And I have no idea how to deal with that. No idea. So I just stuck my elbows out early to encourage her to keep rubbing on me. I was like, yeah, that's good. Your boob touched my elbow. I like that. That's good. So after we played the drinking game, a couple of her friends asked me, he was like, hey, you wanna smoke some weed? I'm like, no, I got work and I might get drug tested. So then 2 hours later, I'm laying on the couch because I'm too high to socialize. And I see my ex-girlfriend get up and go to a bedroom with another guy. I know. So like, the first reaction whenever you see your ex go into a room with another man is automatically, without fail, you picture that guy just railing her at a phenomenal level. You just have no choice in the matter. He's bigger than you, he's stronger, she's moaning louder than ever before with you, and you're just like, shit. Get that out of my head. But because of my state, I had a different reaction. I was like weirdly happy for them. I was like, good for them, you know? That's good. I'm glad they're happy. This is really good. And then things got a little bit weirder, and I like turned into like a proud father at his like son's first baseball game, and I got really weird. And then I started to get a little bit emotional, and I realized I was about to cry. So I like stood up really fast, and everybody just looks at me like, what the hell? I just look back at them. They look at me. I look at them. And then I walk out and drive home. So that's a story of how I went to my ex-girlfriend's birthday. It's pretty fun. So the next day I wasn't feeling too good about myself. And I was just feeling a little bit weird about the whole experience, actually. So I got in the shower. So I get out of the shower, I dry off, grab my roommate's towel, wipe my ass with it. I just stare at this guy, he's like, oh god, oh shit. And I fold it and put it back nicer than I found it. So he's never gonna know. So word of advice to you, and you especially. If for whatever reason I'm over your house, I'm a roommate, and you find one of your personal belongings in apparent better condition, and you previously left it, it's probably been on my ass. So I've been living with my roommate for a little over a year now, and found out a new rule I had is he blows his nose with the toilet paper. And when he does it, he uses like a ridiculous amount of it. Like he hits it, and like there's seconds go by and he tears it. So with each tear of that, I'm calculating, with each second in between the tear, I'm calculating what personal belonging I will no longer have. Slap, 1 second tear, I lose a sock. Slap, 2 seconds tear, I lose an undershirt. Slap, 3 seconds tear, he's gonna find his towel in apparent better condition than he previously left it. Thank you very much. My name is Will.
So, realize I'm about to be 30 in less than a month. I have no fucking bank account. My credit is fucked right up. But I'm still a lucky dude. Because I'm dating a girl that's almost a decade younger than me. So, like, I'm dating 20... Thank you, yes. Dating younger girls it's not because I haven't dated girls my age. I have, but I just found out sometimes young girls are a bit jaded. You know, you can ask a younger girl, okay, what do you find sexy? They'll be like, oh, I like a guy with, you know, nice shoulders, a nice smile. I got that shit. Like, I can do that. Like I do push-ups and shit. Like, you know, I brush my teeth regularly. You ask a girl who's been married for a couple years, about my age. Oh, what do you find sexy? Well, you know what I like? What's really sexy? When a guy does the fucking dishes after he cooks his own fucking meal and washes his own dirty ass underwear. Jaded. Another thing I find is tougher to date girls with kids. Now, I don't have any problem with women who are single mothers. Great, y'all do a good job, most of you. But I just can't be around, like, I'm good with kids, but I dated a girl with a kid once. She was blonde hair, blue eyed. Her daughter, a little toe-headed mini-me, she was like, oh yeah, you should take my daughter out to the store and buy me something nice. Selfish ass bitch. I was like, alright, fine. I'm a good boyfriend, I'm gonna do this. I realized once a small child that does not look like you starts acting in the store, you can't say shit. You can't do shit about it. She starts acting, I'm like, get your ass over here, stop fucking around. Now, everybody's looking at me like, who's this Negro yelling at this white child? Well, hey, whoa, put your phone down. No, don't call 911. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll leave you here. I'm gonna be in electronics playing video games. Come holler at me when you're done fucking up. Alright? Yeah, but I do have a girlfriend right now. I took her to see 50 Shades of Grey. Alright? And I really, it sucked. I heard a couple of no, it was fucking terrible. But I did it because I wanted to be able to do kinky shit in the bedroom without asking. Like a bottle of wine and watching that movie, you can do whatever the fuck you want. All doors are open. No, but I realized things about women, what they find erotic, is completely different from men. Like, it's so much story, so much fucking emotion. It's this young college student who finds this billionaire, eccentric guy who likes to do a lot of weird shit in the bedroom. Alright, fine. With guys, it's completely different. Real simple. Pizza guy shows up, they fuck, roll credits. Fucking, that's a classic. That is a male porn classic. Real easy. But speaking of toys, I once stopped at one. I was like, yeah, you sell signs that say adult superstore. Now, I was always intrigued because I was always seeing those signs on the highway, and I was like, all right, I gotta stop at least once because my imagination ran away. I was like, man, that's gotta be like a Walmart full of fucking pornos, dildos, and fucking pocket pussies everywhere. It's like, I went in there, and the shit was like the size of a fucking gas station. It was like not even a Speedway. It was like an Amco or a Sitco or some shit. Like, it had bars on the doors and everything. Like, somebody's gonna kick down the door and be like, give me all the dildos you got. Put them in the fucking bag right now. That shit's not happening. The dude with the ponytail behind the counter has nothing to worry about. It's okay. I did make one purchase because I had to. I made the fucking stop. But it was the cheapest thing in there, so it was glow-in-the-dark condoms, which was the best choice I could have made. Shit made my dick look like a lightsaber. Shit was great. No, but I'm gonna end on this actually. I realized we have some of the worst cab service ever in Grand Rapids. You are not going anywhere unless you're a fucking drunk girl outside of McFadden's. Bullshit. I called a cab, and first of all, the fucking customer service is deplorable. So I get a text message like 45 minutes later saying Mahmoud will be there to pick you up shortly. Mahmoud? Yes, Mahmoud. 30 seconds later, I get another text saying your original driver Mahmoud will not be able to come pick you up. What the fuck? 30 seconds. What happened was he found out that I live in a shitty neighborhood. And he was like, I'm not taking this nigga nowhere. So I'd personally like to say right now, fuck you, Mahmoud. That's my time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Guys, I'm in a state of mourning. I recently had to throw away my favorite tie-dye shirt. It got a stain on it so bad that it mattered. So that's where I'm at in my life right now. I guess you can say it tie-dyed, huh? Jokes, people. Every female lover I've ever had, I always refer to her as my glove. Not because we fit together so well, but because there's at least 4 good places to put a finger, but only 1 good place to put a thumb, huh? Jokes, people. Sweatshirts are weird, right? That's the grossest thing you can do inside of a shirt. And we still call them that, they still sell them, and we still buy them. It's gross. Sweatpants, that's even worse. That's like the second grossest thing you can do inside a pair of pants. I imagine you get the right marketing person behind shit pants and we'd buy those too, right? You're like Bieber wearing them. I don't know what you kids are doing anymore. Huh? Jokes, people. What are we doing? Kids are gross, right? Anybody got kids? They're gross. I've got 1. That's enough. I'm not talking baby gross. I don't mean like diapers, right? You control what's going in so you kind of know what's coming out. You know, whatever. No big deal, right? I'm talking 4-year-old gross. My daughter, she's 4, she just got the flu. It's the worst experience in both of our lives. My daughter's only good at 2 things, being adorable and eating macaroni and cheese. The flu took both of those things away from her. She's not adorable anymore, and now she's producing macaroni and cheese. It's gross. Of course, though, I felt like a dad at that moment, like I should really be there in the room with her, you know, to help her out, you know, make sure she's in the bathroom doing the thing and do the thing. I felt like I did the day that she was born, though, you know, like I should probably be in the room, but not close enough to get anything on me. Right? Yeah? I'm so sorry. Guys! Hey! You want to hear a joke my wife hates? They say, if you love something, set it free. Apparently my ass loves farts, right? Guys, I know she hates that joke because I workshopped it with her. I told her that joke, she's like, that joke is stupid. I'm like, alright, fair enough. What if it rhymes? What if my ass loves gas, right? She's like, that's even more stupid. My wife really doesn't sound like an effeminate gay man, but that's the only other voice I can do. Aside from a strip club DJ, and that would make the joke way different. It'd be like, fair enough, what if my ass loves gas? That joke didn't work at all, but you know what does work? Amber, she works hard for her money. She hated that joke too. One, two. Guys, I'm sad because it's cold outside. I miss the warm weather. I miss being able to drive down the road with all your windows open. Put your arm out, put your sleeve out the window, you know, let the air come in, fill you up with... It's like your own personal air conditioning. You guys used to do that when you were kids? Just me? It was a thing we did, right? Yeah. Except... Like, you guys could, like, look down and see what you'd look like if you looked like me, or whatever, like, puffy, I don't know. For me, there's not a lot of places for the air to go, okay? What I did find out is that it makes my buttonholes whistle, which is super exciting, guys. I've gotten really proficient at the shirt flute, that's what I'm doing. I don't know if you guys have ever heard an artist, a musician, talk about a song and about an instrument and say, you know, it's like the song was in there the whole time, it just took me to bring it out. You know, that's like how I am with the shirt flute, except the only song I can get it to play is ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Jokes, everybody, you know? You good? All right, whatever. So guys, when you're shaped like this, you got some decisions to make in your life, right? You know, you can either try to deal with this or just let it all go to hell, right? I figure at this point, the easiest decision is just to hit rock bottom. You know, like, you know, it seems more attainable. You gotta have goals, right? So I'm heading for that, you know? And when I was trying to make that decision, I started poking around on the internet, which was a mistake. You never want to go there to better anything, right? See, the internet's done some good, bad things to good people, right? Like the other day I was at work and a man said, "Young man, I don't like what you're saying. I'm about to take you to Fist City," which I'm pretty sure means something different to me than it does to him. Now thanks to the internet, so thanks for that. But I was on there and I found this thing, it's called your BMI. I don't know if you guys are familiar with your BMI. I don't know if you know what that is, but it sort of lets you know how you're supposed to be shaped based on how tall you are, and apparently, for somebody at my height, I should be somewhere between 125 and 150 pounds. It's just not going to happen, right, guys? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 5-second rule. That doesn't apply to me, right? You know what does apply to me? The 50-cent rule, which means if I drop anything less than 50 cents on the ground, it's just going to stay there, right? I just don't care, right? I'd be more likely to pay you $1 to pick it up for me. Just not worth it at all. So what I did find out though, while searching for my BMI is that somebody at my weight should be about 7.5 feet tall. So I've been doing that, you know, trying to do things to get taller. I've been watching a lot of basketball. I've been looking at trees. That's a good one. I've been snorting Extends. Doesn't work. Just makes your nose bigger. That was a lie. No? All right. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Guys, recently bought a memory foam mattress. I'm pretty sure it's got Alzheimer's. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to shake somebody's hand who's really bad at it. But that's how I feel like every time I get into this bed, you know? Like, it just doesn't belong. Like, something weird's about this. I have to keep reminding the bed that it's my mattress. Like, yes, memory foam mattress, I am your owner. Like, maybe it's not so much Alzheimer's as that it just chose to forget, you know? I got a feeling I would too if a man of my size tried to climb on top of me half naked every night, you know? It just happens over and over again, and the bed just pushes it back in, and it hangs on to that for years and years, and it's got to go somewhere until one day it just snaps and has to go visit the sleep doctor. I don't know where beds go when they finally break down, guys.